Hi, good to see you again. I'm Graham Martin, I'm the Recruitment Guy. This is the final video in the series of understanding about the kind of people you're going to be dealing with. Number 5, personality profiling on the quick, if you like, without getting people to fill out an application form in advance. So today we're talking about the high C's, the compliance people, the analyticals, right? If Nigel Risner's book, we're looking at the elephants. Now, I'm not in any way going to apologise for the fact he calls it an elephant. I didn't write the book. But what we're talking about here is people that are really involved in process, analytical people. They're often technical people, they might be accountants, they might be engineers, but invariably they're involved in a process or a system. First off, these people probably aren't in charge. They don't tend to be high risk takers, but they might actually be involved in running a company, or they may be an inventor who started the company and maybe has got somebody else to run it for them. But invariably, accountancy, technical roles tend to be dominated by this person, this individual type. When dealing with somebody like this, you've got to be ready to have a very, very clear communication style. You need to be well planned in advance. You've got to have your questions ready for them. And you've got to make sure that whatever answers you give them are really detailed. Now, if you go back and look at the second video in this series, we were talking about the drivers, the D's, the people that are in charge. They want the same information but in a much more compressed style. But if we think about the analyticals, they want the same information but they want it expanded. They want a lot more information. If you're going in to sell to this kind of individual, they'll expect you to go through the terms and conditions of business with them in detail. And certainly if you consider somebody like this in an interview situation, if you're being interviewed by them, they will look at your qualifications. They may ask you for proof to make sure you actually did get those grades, and they'll go through each one individually. They'll go through your CV with a fine-tooth comb. You know what? The high D may not even read it. They might give a cursory look and just say, tell me about yourself. But the high C, the analytical, will want to know, well, exactly what did you do at school? Tell me about your last job in detail. How was Friday different to Monday? What was your management style like? How did the company perform? They'll want the detail and they'll write it down and they will take meticulous notes. You've got to be ready for that. The high C, the analytical, will often dress in a very ordered style. Obviously they might have to wear a company uniform, but if they choose the style of dress, and of course this is a generalisation, but they will tend to go for the conservative, for the safe style. If we're thinking about the US, we're talking about Brooks Brothers suits and shirts. If we're looking at the UK, we're thinking about Marks and Spencer's. Now, this individual will probably have an office where everything is very, very neatly organised. There'll be colour coordinated files, they'll be numbered. There won't be much out of order. And they might have 1 or 2 things on the desk. It won't be like the high I, the monkey who's got papers absolutely everywhere, and the high D might just have them stacked up on the floor. But with a high C, an analytical, just look for order, look for precision. That's how you need to communicate with them. Make sure that you give them all the information, and once you finish, say to them, is that adequate or do you need any more information? So good luck with that. You often find that the analytical interviewer will base their decision not based upon your personality type, but about your competency, whether you can do the job. So be ready to ask lots of detailed information. And if you're applying for a job where there's a technical degree of expertise, they might actually ask you there and then to carry out an assessment or to show a degree of on-the-job technical ability, such as using particular software. If you're applying for an IT-related role, this is particularly going to be the case. So good luck with that. I hope these videos have given you a basic overview of personality profiling and how to recognise people in their different personality types. Remember, we've got the high D, we've got the driver, the person that likes to be on charge. He will talk very quickly and bluntly, and you know what? They'll probably dress in a style that is appropriate to them. They might wear a suit and a tie, they might wear jeans and t-shirt, but you know what? They will choose how they dress. The high I, of course, will be the sales manager. It's all about them. It's about flamboyance. It's about a display of authority. It's about how great they are. They'll talk fast and they'll probably go off track really easily. the high S, the amiable, you know what, for them it's all about, do you fit in? It's about comfort. Are you their kind of person? And remember, they'll probably want to know about your family, about your values, about what you do outside of work. And of course the high C, the analytical, these are people that appreciate precision. The answers you need to give need to be completely without waffle, but in a lot of detail. So please plan for that. Good luck. I suggest you try and get hold of the book, It's a Zoo Around Here by Nigel Risner. I get absolutely zero commission from that, but it's a great book and we use it in our business a great deal. So I hope it's worth your time and money to invest upon that. So good luck. We'll see you again. Goodbye.